Hey, what's going on? Kantis Simmons here. Listen, so your website is the foundation of your business. Okay. Your website is the foundation of your business, and your business must be stabilized by a system. Okay. Your website must be stabilized by a system. So in this video, I'm going to go into looking over my shoulder as I break down a private client of mine, Mr. Larry Tucker's new website. This website isn't completed. However, there are some things that I want to point out in his website that you want to incorporate in your system. Now, I actually go deeper into this on a webinar that I host every single Thursday. It talks about the 7 big mistakes that most speakers make on their website. And if you want to join me for that, I have a link description down below. We can possibly do a website makeover with your website. But I wanted to take the time to jump in here to share with you just a few things concerning building your system as a speaker so you can get found, get booked, and get paid. All right. So let me go over here to this website with Larry Tucker here. And Larry hasn't seen this. So this is like live, and it's a work in progress. Okay. It's a work in progress. So by the way, I'm on a huge screen here, so I'm just sort of walk through this. All right. So we have Larry Tucker here, have a logo. And one thing about your website, it's like a book, right? Books aren't written, books are actually rewritten, right? Websites aren't created, websites are recreated and modified. So anything you see on a website, it can be tweaked, it can be changed. The key thing that you want to do is make sure your system is delivering the proper message. Okay. So this is Larry's home page here. And this is what I call a hero picture with a hero statement. And Larry's all about purpose. Actually, his domain name is Larry on Purpose, which I think is absolutely dope, right? Larry on Purpose, LarryOnPurpose.com. All right, so we have a hero picture with a hero statement. Now, why do I say hero? Okay. Um, when you're driving down an expressway and you look up at the billboard, and there's a billboard, and you're driving 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. You want to be able to look at that billboard and clearly see what it says and how it communicates the payoff or the victory by working with that person. So that's why I use the phrase the hero picture and the hero statement. So stop living by default, start leading with purpose. Unlock the hidden superpower within your people and transform purpose into performance, impact, and legacy with world champion speaker Larry Tucker. Okay. So quick to the point, you know what he's about. Probably do some imaging around this where you actually see images of him speaking there. But we have 2 quick call to actions. One call to action is watch Larry in action. And as you click that, Larry's an amazing storyteller, world-class speaker. Did a lot of things, I believe, in the Toastmaster space, and as a champion there. We have book Larry to speak. This is okay, but one of the things that I'm very cautious of is making sure your website can capture people, because people can come to your website, they can look, and then they can leave, right? They can look, they can click, and then they can leave. They can look, they can click, they can buy, and then they can leave. They can look, they can click, they can look, they can click, they can click again, and they can request you to speak. But one of the things that you want to do is be able to have a net whereby you can capture every single person that comes to your website. That is like so crucial, right? Being able to capture the people, every viewer that comes to this website. Okay. So this is one button that I'm going to tweak so we can have that net capturing element there. Okay. Larry has a great book. His book is on Amazon, has a lot of 5-star reviews. and we're going to move his book from Amazon and actually put on this website. Okay, we got a few of his speaking topics, a little bit more about Larry, how to work with him, and a demo video. And Larry has a beautiful podcast that we're developing him called Larry on Purpose. Okay. So, one thing here in this hero page, being able to capture individuals, and I like to do it with something I call a freemium. Okay. We'll go to the About page. So, Larry has an amazing story, and so most people know they want to make a difference. However, far fewer know how, right? And so we sort of lead in with this quote. And believe it or not, the About page is one of the most read pages. And Larry has drafted a great About page and telling the story and how he got to this place on purpose and speaking about purpose. And one of the things that we would do on this page is link this page so it can take you to other things. But again, on this page, being able to have that net capturing function where you can capture all of the viewers and people that come to the website. Same thing, we go to Larry's speaking page. And of course, in the speaking page, we have, of course, a demo of Larry speaking, and we have his speech topics. Now, one of the things that I'm going to challenge Larry to do, and I'll challenge you as well, when you're crafting your speech topics, you want to craft your speech topics in a way where it's almost similar to going to a restaurant, right? And you pick up a menu on the restaurant, and on that menu, you can see you have chicken, you have turkey, you have a vegan meal, and maybe you have seafood, right? So you have those, chicken, turkey, seafood, vegan. That's not enough. Okay. So now we want to talk about what kind of chicken is it? Okay. Is it grilled chicken? Is it fried chicken? Is it stuffed chicken? Is it barbecue chicken? Like if it's a vegan meal, what comes in the vegan meal? And the same thing that you want to do with your speaking topic. So one of the things that I'm commissioning Larry to do is and being able to take, so he has 4 speaking topics here, and we have the audience outcome, but also be able to craft it like it's a menu and people can clearly see what they are getting, who this is for, what it tastes like, what what's the return on investment, and what will the audience members get out of that. Okay. We have 2 other videos that we have here, Larry, that we're going to put in. And so when people come to this page now, they can clearly see what they're getting by bringing Larry in to speak. All right. Then we have Larry's book page. I mentioned we're taking Larry's book off of Amazon. He's been having great sales on Amazon. But the cool thing about having your book on your own website, you can now capture the leads and be able to um, use book sales as a way to grow your list. And as you're growing your list, you can do order bumps, you can do upsells, you can do down sales. And so now, rather selling your book on Amazon, selling your book on your website, and now taking them through a whole strategy there. Okay. And if you want more on how to do that, why you should have your book on Amazon, I'll put a link down below that goes into more detail on why you don't want to have your books on Amazon. I love Amazon to shop. Okay. I got some things coming probably this morning in a few hours, right? But Amazon to me is not great for what I believe you should be doing as a speaker, right? So I'll drop a link down below on how what you should do rather than selling your book on Amazon. Okay. So we've been moving Larry's book off of Amazon over here to his own website. And the cool thing about it is like Larry has a lot of testimonials, and we'll bring more of those screenshots of Larry's testimonials off of Amazon over to his website. But then we got a call to action again here with Larry's book. Okay. And then we have Larry's podcast. Larry has a great channel. So we have this cowboy figure, right? Larry was called the Chocolate Cowboy. He has an amazing voice, an amazing message. And so his podcast is also his content. His podcast is also his video show. So now Larry can use his voice to speak, to teach, share interviews, share clips. Guess what? That's going to be in a video form. And we can easily cut the video off and now put Larry's video up on all of the audio platforms. Okay. So have the podcast there. That's still going to be developed. Hopefully, I don't know if Larry has seen this actual new cover. I think it's absolutely genius. I took it off a image that he gave me and just sort of built on it. But Larry on Purpose. So I got a YouTube channel, the podcast, and we'll have some episodes under this. And then, of course, we have another call to action there. We can get Larry's book, and then we have his request form. Okay. Now, this website is probably 75% there. One of the things is adding in the automation to be able to capture individuals, and that's the thing that is lacking for this website. So on every page, having an opportunity where people can put their name and email address in so they can get something from Larry. Okay. Now, my recommendation, and I talk about this in our 7 website mistakes. I have the link down below on how you can avoid these mistakes. But the idea is that sometimes when people are coming to your website, they are not ready to buy you as a speaker. So if they're not ready to buy you as a speaker, what can you give them today, the day that they land on your website? Okay. The day that they land on your website. And so that's what we want to incorporate throughout Larry's website on every page, having this amazing, beautiful offer. And actually, with Larry, we're going to have this purpose quiz. I believe we'll call it a purpose quiz, and have this assessment on every page throughout the website where now people can not just join his list, but now it starts the conversation around what Larry does. Okay. So I believe that when you have your system set up the right way, you can really just be able to blow things out the park and now systematize how you have people coming in. Okay. So listen, I dropped the link down below on how, you can build this system out and helping you avoid the 7 big mistakes that I see most speakers have. And I also want to let you know that I have this new book called Monetize You. And I'll drop the link down below. And in this book, I've put together 11 plug and play templates. Okay. And I go deeper into how to craft your website, how to create a money making website. I talk about how to create money making stories, money making speeches. And this is a hardback book. I absolutely love it. And it's called Monetize You, the complete system for speakers, coaches, and experts who are ready to get found, get booked, and get paid for what they know. Okay. So your website is a part of the business, but the business is having the system. And when your system is broke, you stay broke. Okay. When your system is broke, you stay broke. And I'll show you, you know, how you can do that, whether you need a website, want to work with me, or you just want to say, hey, Kantis, what are the mistakes I'm having? Okay. What are the mistakes am I having? I have some resources down below to help you through that. Okay. So check this out. Your message can change the world. But if you don't have the right system, no one can help you. No one can hear about you. No one can find you. Nobody can work with you. And you won't be able to monetize you. All right. I'm Kantis Simmons, the coolest guy with 7.25 fingers. Hey, let's get found. Let's get booked. And let's get paid. Hey, I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.